Alright, hey, I've had too much coffee. Let's talk. So Pulsar Patch, walk and talk here today. First I want to say thank you for joining. I want to say thank you to McGuire for the shout out. Link below for his video that he posted yesterday with the Octatrack and the Pulsar, where he's sending different channel to these MIDI pins over here in order to get some rhythmic variations of the hi-hat, which is pretty cool. So check that out if you want to find different ways to use the MIDI capabilities of the Pulsar. That's pretty awesome. And also we've started a Discord, so if you want to chat about the Pulsar or Lyra, I think I might have added an ornament as well, but if I haven't yet, I will. And I want to get some conversations going about the Soma stuff, and if you want to add anything else, feel free to message me. I'll add a nice branch to any of these forums. Don't really know how it works completely, still kind of learning, but it'd be really cool to hear from you. Today I want to talk about the Pulsar as a patch bay. I have two stereo outs going from 1 and 2, so left and right. 1 is left, 2 is right, and I talked about this last week as well, but I kind of went full-fledged Pulsar patch bay this week. So I'm running the Lyra through it, I'm running a little mixer through it. The Pulsar is still clocking the Octatrack through the Korg monologue that I have here. So that is basically what happened. That's what's going on here. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 stereo tracks. 5 is the Lyra. 6 is going to be what I connect the clock to get to the monologue, to clock the monologue's sync in, which then sends the MIDI clock to the Octatrack. I am also, what I really wanted to talk about today is utilizing so I have a tuner here, utilizing these outputs too for external gear. Here we go. Get my cables so I can start plugging away. So what I have up here is a tuner. I'm just going to keep that plugged in case I need it. I've already pre-tuned the Lyra to a D and an F, so we'll see. I kept it very simple, just DF, 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 DF. So let's see. So I have that, and also this little mixer that has a microphone and all that. So I'm going to show you how to get some external gear running through. I'm going to try to go stereo mode using the VCAs like last week, so you can get some cool stereo panning. I'm running the external mixer into each VCA, and the VCAs are going to go out to, turn those tracks off on the Octatrack so I don't blow your ears out. Yep, right VCA is going to 2 for the right channel, left VCA is going to 1 for the left channel, and then I'm going to go ahead and run the triangle LFO directly out to the right. And let me get some ambiance. Actually, before I start the static, I have these static machines playing some crickets and stuff. I want to bring that up, but I'm first going to clock everything using the 16 pin out to 6, going out to the Korg monologue, which is then syncing to the Octatrack. So I just want to do that before I plug it in. I like to plug it in before I press play, because once I hook that up, it will stop the sequencer. Here, I'll demonstrate it. So right now, I have it unhooked. I will set the Octatrack to, I think it goes to 120 by default. I will hit play. Everything's going to be really loud, but I forgot to turn it down. Sorry. And then once I plug this in, it's gonna... Hey, it didn't break it. Holy cow. It just went from 120 to 156 without missing a beat. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is my second take of this video, and the first time I did it, it completely broke the sequencer. So I guess that just means this video is meant to be. So I'm going to bring the volumes down on those a little bit. I just got a little thunderstorm and a little cricket going on. So what I have going on, so the triangle LFO is going directly out to that LFO, and then I'm also going to, I need to get more strategic with my pinning with the alligator clips. So basically, yep, I'm going to invert the LFO as well, and that's going to go to the left channel. And so if all goes well, I should have some noise here. So I have a microphone running into here. Hello, 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 hey. And if you wanted to get more, a little more volume out of your microphone, you'd probably want to run it through maybe a compressor or something to get it a little more, out of it. Anyway, right now I have that panning, and it's, I can hear it, and I could record it if I wanted to. I can see that it's coming through the Octatrack. That's all I wanted to show, is that I have vocals that I could loop through the Octatrack if I wanted to, and I also have a really loud guitar that probably just blew everybody's ears out. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire this baby up. Got a little noise coming from the loose connection on this mic. I need to tighten that up. But what I want to do is just start a little beat, little loop, get some stuff going, get some noise going, and demonstrate how this all works. So I'm going to do kind of a, it's been my standard go-to lately, is just a little 4 to the hi-hat, 8 to the, 8 to the hi-hat, 4 to the kick, and 2 to the snare drum. That has been just a way to get a basic rhythm going, and also then when I start using the clock mod, it just works pretty nicely. It's just, it still sounds pretty dynamic, even though it's kind of a generic beat. It gets kind of dynamic just through the mod eventually. So let me get there and then show you what's up. Cool. And what's cool about this, this is just a lucky thing that I stumbled upon. The filter, the Q is up so much that it's kind of getting a little tone out of there, and the tune is all the way down, so instead of getting the crackles that you usually get, it's so far down that I'm just getting a few, like, it feels like almost like pebbles of, like, I don't know, it just gives you a cool sound. So stumbled upon that. There's no effects going on, but I'm getting this rhythm thing. All it's doing is hitting boom right there, boom right there, but then you get these little trebles afterwards. I don't know what word I'm using. What word do I want to say? I want to say trebles, but I don't know what. Anyway, you get some cool noises out of there, and if I bring it all the way up, you can get some different tones out of it too. But I like that. That's fun. So okay, I have that going on. Boom, boom, boom. Bring the lyra into the mix. I have that tuned to DF, 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 DF. Let's see what that sounds like. Running into the reverb real quick. So what's cool is I tuned that blindly into the tuner. I didn't even hear it until just now, and it actually is not that bad. It is not that bad. So I would like to run that into the VCAs as well, and see if I can get a little bit of movement there. And I'm going to try to record some guitar here real quick. Here we go. Let's see if this sounds ridiculous or not. Make sure everything's locked in. So I had to start the Pulsar clock again, just in order to slow clock. Alright, so I just ran that through the Pulsar, looped that, and that works for me for right now. For this demonstration, that's really all I wanted to show off. I could also show off some vocals, but let's see, I have this other track that can loop that on top of it. So I'll throw some layers of vocals on top and see if that does anything. 3, 4. Ooh, that's a little dirty. I don't know what's going on with that. That's one thing I don't quite understand about the Octatrack. Sometimes I get some noise. And also that microphone is a little too quiet, so you should run your mic through the appropriate devices to give it the right level. I'm just kind of messing around here. Running it through the mixer like that is just a quick way. It works with the guitar because the guitar amp is running through a compressor pedal before it goes into the mixer, so that gives it a lot of volume. Yeah, so basically this is what I wanted to just utilize, is using the Pulsar as the main hub. The Octatrack was the main hub. The Octatrack is now more of kind of a sample 4-track for me. I don't even have I'm not even using a track 8 as the master. I'm just doing it's just a flex machine that will record the main or just do it. So basically I have 4 recorders, and then I have 2 through machines and then 2 static machines. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep rocking that out and see what happens, and yeah. Got the Lyra. The one bummer is that I can't just plug and play the Lyra right now, so I'm kind of toying with what I want to do with the Lyra. I don't want it to be left out. I like it a lot. Let me bring that up and see. I love the tuner. I love using the tuner because I've also blindly like kind of tuned the bass track or the bass module. Let's see if I can do it here. I'm gonna try to do it here. We'll see what happens. I doubt I'll be able to. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to connect the CV of the bass to the 3-bit Chaos to get a little patch going on here. And then I have the noise connected to the bass trig just to get some activity out of it. There you go. I'm going to clocking the Chaos with the 8-pin. And now I'm going to run the bass out to my tuner. And what I'm looking for in the tuner is a D and F is kind of what I'm working with right now. So I want to accommodate, I just kind of want D and F. We'll see how we get out of it, what we get out of this. Same D, E, D sharp. I'm gonna mess with it. Alright, because this is such a slow clock, I'm connecting the Chaos to the clock pin just to get faster movements out of it so I can see more of the notes. Might be a little too fast actually, but I am trying to get this to a D or an F really quickly. I was already there, now I just left it. Let's see if I have anything. If I have anything, let's see if I have anything at all. I I took a little peek, so this is what I got going on. Let's take a look. Too fast, right? So the blind test failed this time. So basically I wanted to try to get an F and a D out of this. Right now I'm getting too many notes. Sorry for being quiet for so long here, just feel like I might be reaching a point where maybe it'll work, I don't know. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to demonstrate. The tuner did not really help me that much. I had a little hard time with that, but anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. Oh, actually, also, since I have the clock connected to, the clock is running everything, I can use the LFO to mess with the tempo. And the Octatrack does keep up pretty well. I've demonstrated that before, but it's kind of cool. So right now we're at 61 BPM, very slow. BPM, 67. So now it just goes between like two beats. So it kind of goes, I don't know. It just gives it a little variation to feel kind of alive. My little buddy is alive here, and yeah, that's basically it. And running it through the attenuator, the LFO, going to the clock mod, is very helpful. So you don't get too many dramatic. You can really kind of feel it out. Okay, that's it, really. I also have a tape player, so I have this cassette that I got at a thrift store. It says Santana on one side, and I have no idea who this person is speaking. No idea who's speaking in this tape, but
concept of power, as he sees it, international politics is like other politics, like all politics. It's essentially the process of the struggle for power. The second major thesis is, of course, the techniques of that. There is a balance of power. Balance of power is a major instrument in international politics throughout history. This is what he said, starting out explaining what international politics is all about, then defining the concept of the power, traditional concept, and of course modern concept. International politics, like all politics, is a struggle for power. Whatever the ultimate aim of international politics, power is always a great aim. Whatever they strive to realize their goal by means of international politics, they do so by
getting that static. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't like that. I think that's, I don't know if it's a tape player or the mixer. I think it might be the mixer, to be honest. Yeah, it's the mixer. Not sure, actually. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope this was useful. I don't know what I really... I guess one last thing I'll show you is running... so I'm going to up the tempo of the LFO. And I'm going to go ahead and connect the triangle LFO to the right side of the diode. And I'm going to connect the left side to the trig of the hi-hat. And if you'll listen, I don't know if you'll catch it on this actually, let me turn the volume up. You get some dynamics. Speed it up a little bit. This allows you to open up the release a little bit. You can kind of get a little more dynamic out of it. Because when I take this off, it gets a little more staticky. And then if I add the LFO, just gives it a little more dynamic. It gives it a little more life because that LFO is going to always be changing a little bit. Well, the way I play it, the LFO is changing. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you're having a great week. It's been kind of snowy and gloomy here, so 60 degrees today. Here we go. Have a good one. Join the Discord. Check out Guire McGuire. Oh, there's also a cool Sonic Talk or Sonic State. Well, there's Sonic Talk later today, and there was a Sonic State video that they just put out of Rumble of the Ancient Times, the new Soma synth, which is pretty cool looking, and yeah, it's like an 18-minute video. So go ahead and check that out too. That's pretty badass. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Pulsar Patch Bay, 2 stereo outs. Using the VCA again for panning because I don't know what else to do right now, and using it as an external panning device and effects unit in that regard. Pretty fun, kind of cool. Studio's got that Lyra going in the background. Oh, I didn't even notice that I lost my Octatrack. See, it starts moving around too much, sometimes you lose it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That time, even just resetting the clock is what started. Okay, so resetting the clock also. This isn't the most practical thing. Just throwing it out there. I know that it's not the most practical thing. It's just a fun experiment, and if you can balance this many things at once, I feel like, I don't know, you can join the circus. You're a great juggler. And I think it's a fun practice to have. I could always switch it back to MIDI control, and then I can...
Because the instrument of the moving clock. See right field too. Looking at
I can always give control back to the Octatrack. And then I'm back in the game. Not even utilizing it. And I can get all sorts of ugly notes out of the bass. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to throw that at you. Have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got something out of this one. Check it out again. Hi-hat with the LFO, without the LFO. And with the LFO again. So much dynamic, so much fun there. And then I'm still getting the panning back and forth. I can get it go from one side to the other side. Get a little knock with that though. But bring it in the middle. It's a lot of fun. Let's see if I can keep this on here. There we go. Oh. Alright, so the guitar's not really working out. Alright, gotta keep it in check every once in a while. Sometimes it can get sound of the samey. Alright. Enough hand movements, enough playing. I'm going to go now. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.